with Trinity Readings. We are doing the weekly tarot scopes. I just want to let you know I'm going to be doing them just a little bit differently this week. I had a really bad allergic reaction on my hands. So I'm going to be shuffling and laying out the cards off camera so you don't have to be exposed to my hideous hands. I apologize for it being a little bit different, but it'll be back to normal next week. Before we begin, I just want to give you a couple of really quick tips on how to get the best from collective and general readings, because as you know, these readings are, for a wider collective of people. And so that means, the messages aren't always going to resonate with you. As you know, you can always check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements and find which one is going to resonate with you the most. Sometimes different ones are going to resonate with you at different times. Also, before you watch a reading, it's best to kind of bring your energy into the present moment, and that way you're open to the messages that you need to receive and the messages that maybe aren't meant for you. So if you can just take a moment and take a few deep breaths and just bring your energy into the present moment, that's going to help you get the best out of a reading. Always keep in mind, if a message resonates, it's going to feel good. You're going to feel at peace. You're going to feel clarity, even if it's a not so positive message. But if you're watching a reading and it triggers a lot of intense emotions in you, it makes you frustrated, it makes you anxious, that's probably not the message for you. And so it's best to just push that to the side and keep what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right? Thank you. We're going to get started with the reading. Hello, welcome to the Taurus Weekly Tarotscope. All right, this is your overall message, your overall guidance for the week, and then we'll get into your tarot. I really love this energy that you guys are in right now. It might not feel very pleasant, but keep in mind, if you're feeling any kind of negativity right now, if you're feeling any kind of frustrations, insecurities, anger, any kind of negative energy that's coming up right now, we are in Sun in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, and those energies are forcing you to kind of dig deep. And so that's going to bring up, any kind of buried pain, any kind of buried anger, anything like that. And with you being Taurus is the opposite of Scorpio. And so you guys will actually feel like more difficulties within this energy, because you being Taurus, you're more focused on, the practicality of everything, more focused on, what's going on in your physical world. And that Scorpio energy is asking you to kind of dig deep into, your internal world, to things that, are hidden, to things that are uncertain, right? And so I feel like you've recently let go of something that was holding you back. You've recently released some kind of restriction. You've overcome something. I don't want to say overcome addiction. I don't want to put it like that, but it's like you've stepped away from something that has kind of been restricting you, or even like let go of a toxic relationship, let go of a job that was keeping you feeling restrictive, or just kind of let go of some kind of fear and insecurity within yourself. And you're in this place of self-discovery and understanding yourself a lot better, and you're moving towards this really beautiful new beginning. You're moving towards a more joyful period, a more peaceful period, but you're also stepping into something that you do not feel prepared for at all. This is something very much out of your comfort zone. So if this is a new relationship, for example, there's something about this connection that makes you feel very vulnerable. There's a lot of uncertainty in this. Some of you, I feel like you're just stepping into singledom. And am I saying that right? Is that a word? And I feel like that makes you feel uncomfortable. Whatever this is, it's like it's so completely new and you cannot prepare for it, that I feel like it's making you feel very vulnerable. And so that Soul Shrinker card is reminding you to pay attention to that inner critic, pay attention to, you know, those self-doubts that are coming up, and be willing to do what you can to, you know, continuously try to change the narrative, you know, change the narrative of that negative thinking. All right, let's get to your tarot. All right, Taurus. So I want to say this first of all. Some of you might be connecting to a Scorpio. There's very strong Scorpio energy in this reading. So some of you might be connecting to a Scorpio. If it's not that you're connecting to a Scorpio, or you have Scorpio placements in your chart, um, or that you don't have Scorpio placements in your chart, you're really going through this intense transformation, and it seems to be in your emotional world, in your love life, in your relationships. And I feel like for some of you, you have been in this connection that is very comfortable, that is very passionate. There's a lot of love in this connection. But I feel like it's almost like there's something about this connection that's not grounded, or there's not stability in this connection, or this is somebody new that you've met. It might even be somebody that you've just been friends with. It's just been a very casual connection, and it's like all of a sudden you're feeling a lot of feelings for this person. I do feel that this is a very beautiful soulmate connection, soulmate relationship that you're stepping into. You have the King and Queen of Cups. That's divine counterparts. That's also a very spiritual relationship. I kind of feel like it might be that your first instinct in this is to, I don't want to say run from this, but see this as something that is just too flighty. Like, this is not something that you're wanting to dive into. I feel like you're wanting to see stability in this before you really dive into it. But I feel like with this connection, you're going to have to dive into the emotions of it. It's almost like the you're being kind of forced to tap into the spiritual aspect of it, to tap into the depth of this. There's something about this connection that's very kind of like um, high level, like spirituality. And I don't mean it in the, you know, in the sense of religion, but in the sense of you and this person, you know, your souls have been connected. There's that soul recognition, and you both, in those kind of connections, both people can see each other in their authenticity. And so those relationships require you to really step into that authenticity. And sometimes that means kind of facing any of those insecurities, and it means stepping into an energy that's very, very unknown. I kind of feel like for some of you, you've got somebody coming in and just completely very, you know, showing a lot of emotions, really kind of sweeping you off your feet. But I feel like you might look at this person and feel like it's too much emotion, you know. And I feel like it might even be that you and this person have been connected for a while, but one, you know, you've been the more practical one, and this person has been the more emotional one. But it's been so much of that extreme energy, and you guys are being pushed to kind of balance that energy together this week. Your guidance is just to really tap into those feelings, because you're being pulled towards this. You're meant to just really surrender into this energy, surrender into this feelings, because with the 10 of cups, you've definitely stepped into an energy of emotional fulfillment, emotional contentment, a beautiful soulmate relationship. You just got to let yourself feel the feels. All right, I love you guys. Have a good week. Bye-bye.